and you just got rickrolled. What's going on, everybody? It is America's favorite ElderBEARy SWaG for Life here on the SWaG Suite on Mail Media Mind. As always, broadcasting live from the great state of Tijuana in a bunker 60 feet under the ground with a cat and a sewing machine. And happy April Fools, everybody. I couldn't let the day go by without at least one little joke. So I thought y'all would like that. So anyway, I can't do this by myself, so let me go ahead and introduce you to the panel tonight, starting with the talented Miss Drayton. You will be able to catch him and his Saturday shenanigans on the Saturday Sit Down, Saturdays at 12 noon. Catch out his podcast if you haven't already done so, The G Spot with the talented Miss Drayton, wherever you get your fine podcasts. And half of the Monday Midday Show, which is right there. There it is. Mondays at 12 noon. Gregory, how are you tonight?
Hey, I really enjoyed your hooligans on Saturday. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Also joined us tonight, the other half of the Monday Midday Show and the founder of M3. You can catch him tomorrow at Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also catch out his Bearcast. New episodes drop every Friday. Malcolm, the Philosopher King, how are you tonight?
Doing well. This loving the spring weather, and happy to be here. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Good. Late but not forgotten. Thick Knight is joining us tonight. You can catch him in the Blurred Council on Sundays at 5 Eastern Standard Time. Thick Knight. Devon, how are you?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you so much for asking.
Are you sound so suspicious? Right, well, you sound like is he talking to me? Like, are you asking me how I'm doing? Right, I thought it was
y'all are a mess. Y'all are a mess. Y'all are a mess.
As Gregory likes to say, the prodigal son has returned. Our local thespian from the great state of Texas, Cream Diggler, is back in the house. You can catch him on Thursdays with the Diggler Digest. And he is half of a podcast himself, the Two Grooms in a Pod, with his husband, Shannon, on Spotify. And I believe they're also on YouTube. Cream Diggler, how are you?
Howdy. Oh my gosh. Let me just say, I've missed all of you, all the creamsicles. Hello. I have not forgotten you. I have not. But girl, Diggler Digest still needs 2 more weeks. Got a show. We got tech for the show, girl. Then the show opens next week, girl. Then after that, she's back. But I was like, okay, I have this time. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do about 90 minutes with y'all. Then I got to dip and head on out to rehearsal. But I had to come say hey and fellowship. So good to see y'all.
All right. Well, we're glad to see you.
I missed you so bad. I paid homage to you on Saturday.
Yeah, you sure did. Would you like for us to do that now?
Of course you will.
This is for you.
Girl. Okay, girl. That's all in one episode, bitch. That is a lot of girls.
I know. We're going to expand on that. I told Greg, I said, I'm going to expand on that. I'm going to pull some different characters in there and stuff like that. So we will get a much longer clip of that. So, but that's just a little taste of what we have in store. Let's see. Demon, welcome. The host was no good for that. What did I do now? I tell you, every time I come here, I just get these allegations and I'm just dodging left and right. Good evening to you, sir. And Sammy says, Thick, are you the killer tonight?
Oh, no. Look. If anybody is the killer, it's more than likely Greg.
That's funny.
Okay.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh, Lordy.
Right, but
all right.
Go ahead.
Oh, gosh. All righty. Well, let's go ahead and get things started. So, as you all know, I love getting stuff from TikTok. Again, they're talking about it might get banned again. I don't know what's going to happen. So, we'll just ride with what we got until it's not there anymore. But anyway, so there's this clip that's going around, and I wanted to get all of your opinion on, sometimes there are professional services that are done, like, getting your nails done or getting your hair done or even getting waxed. And does your esthetician have the right to refuse service? So let me play this clip and let me see what you guys think.
Spoke to my wife, and she said that you guys are not going to be able to do the wax on my daughter.
So we can do it. We're not denying her like wax and stuff. I know she needs to get done for competition and stuff, but we don't have anyone available to like do it.
Okay, but it's you. I mean, Pete, you gay.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
We fool with you, we cool with you. It's you.
Okay, I get that and stuff. But she's under 21. Like that's my thing. I don't wax anybody under 21 and stuff. She's 15, and all the other girls can see her, just not today.
The competition is in a couple of days, and she needs it done.
Okay.
And we've already booked. We got the sale, the 30% off.
Yeah.
That's definitely what made us go ahead and lock that in.
Okay. I was telling your wife that European Wax can see her.
Oh.
Like it's down the street.
But what's the problem? I'm giving you consent for it.
No, I don't feel comfortable waxing your daughter. It's because she's under 21.
But
and I get that gymnasts and athletes and stuff need to like, get wax on there so no risk of bacteria and all that. But I won't be able to do it. I just don't feel comfortable.
That's understandable, but
what?
That's interesting.
What's the problem?
Yeah. So the problem is, this father brings his 15-year-old daughter to an appointment, and the esthetician is telling her that there are no female estheticians available. He's a male, and the father's like, well, why can't you do it? And he's just like, I don't feel comfortable doing that to your 15-year-old daughter. I just don't feel comfortable doing it. And the father says, but you gay, so I'm giving you consent. It's like, but how do you know how she feels? How do you know whether she's okay with it? And again, the esthetician is like, I don't feel comfortable with it. You may give me consent. I don't feel comfortable with it. So it's this weird thing, because it's like he is pushing for this guy to do it, and the guy is giving him, he's like, look, there's nobody here that can do it. And he also gave him an option to go down the street and do it. There's a place down the street, they probably could do it there. But he's like dead set on like, no, this needs to be done now, and I want you to go ahead and do it. He's just like, I'm not doing that today. So it's just a weird thing, because it's like this man is telling him, I don't feel comfortable doing that to your 15-year-old underage child, and he's just like, but why not? I'm giving you consent. You should be able to just go ahead and do it. And it seemed like he was more interested in just like doing it now, because it's like he got a 30% coupon. So it's like,
right.
So you want to go ahead and risk your daughter being embarrassed and this guy being, uncomfortable for 30% off. Like, really? So
The gays don't want to see her punani. They don't want to see her punani. He said it. It's like, no, I'm good. But
right.
I mean, she's under 21. I don't blame her. I wouldn't have done it either. So
I wouldn't have either. No, he's not wrong for that, because it could be a setup. It could also be that just because you're saying that I'll let you do it because you're gay. First of all, that shouldn't even have entered his brain.
Right.
Even been said, like, what the fuck? This is still, I'm still a grown ass man, and your daughter is still a 15-year-old girl, and you could try some shit to say that I tried to touch her, or she might not feel comfortable with this or whatever either. Like, still, I don't care what my sexuality is or have to do with this. It's like, but your daughter is still 15 years old. I am not waxing a 15-year-old, regardless of whatever I may my sexuality may be or whatever. Like, no, that's not how that works.
Yeah,
exactly.
Shout out to Pete for sticking to his guns, though. I was like,
yeah.
He might have broke me down a little bit. Well, okay, if you stand in the room with your back to us or something, like, you got to be like, would you come in the room? Like, even that sounds fucked up too. Like, no, never mind. Go to European wax, girl. Go to European wax. Sorry.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
But my other question is, why is a 15-year-old getting?
Well, she's a gymnast, and apparently it's something that because he said that he understands it, like gymnasts and athletes and stuff, like that part of their routine, that's something that they do for performance reasons or whatever. But still, it's like. But the weird thing also is that people were in the comment section saying like, "Yeah, I don't see a problem either. Why didn't he just go ahead and do it?" And it's like y'all are so weird because like
y'all
first ones. To accuse gay people of being like pedophiles and all kinds of weird shit, but then here's one saying like, I am not comfortable doing that to your underage child, and y'all like, but what's the problem? I don't understand. Like, make up your mind. Y'all are either comfortable with us being around kids or you're not. Which one is it?
To be honest, I don't understand it, but it's not for me to understand. When someone says they don't want to do something, I just go with it. I don't understand the persistence of it. Just like
he gave very valid reasons why he don't want to do it. Very valid.
Yeah, he said it very clearly. It's like, are you dumb or you can't hear? What is going on?
Right.
He was like,
you don't understand. No, just go with the no.
He said, all I got is $20. That 30% is all I can't pay more than this 30% off. I can't do it.
And then when he was like, Pete, ain't you gay? I would have put his ass right on the bottom of him.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, he did say it sounded like he said her competition wasn't for a few days. So it's like, could he not have come back tomorrow to do it when there was somebody available?
Exactly.
Like, what is the rush together right this second?
The 30% off was for today only.
Oh, what's that?
Is that what it was?
Is that what it was? Oh wow, okay.
So your child's comfort is worth that 30%, or your child's discomfort is worth that 30% off. But what I find interesting is like, I really want to know like how the daughter felt, because he said I give consent. I wonder if the daughter would have been like, no, I'm not cool with that.
Yeah, why would she should have been standing right there going, I'm cool, Pete. It's all right. Like I didn't hear her voice in there. It was weird. These two men. Like, I'm cool, Pete. It's cool. I mean,
wow. Why are you talking like that?
That's how 15-year-olds talk.
Where have you been? Hey, yeah.
Right.
Not all 15-year-olds talk like that, but okay.
Well, I'm sorry, I haven't mastered doing all 15-year-olds' voice in one take. But I'm working on it though. I'm working on
Oh
it.
god.
Oh my god. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, my thing is just like this. If somebody doesn't feel comfortable, whether it's the esthetician or the person getting the job done, like, it's okay to say no. It's okay to be like, no, I'm not comfortable with this. So
like, how do you where do you draw the line on that though? Because I actually was looking at a video recently that was going on about like people who want to cite religious freedoms for not serving gay people. Say, for instance, I don't feel comfortable, making a wedding cake for, a gay couple. It's just because, like I'm engaging in something that, would reflect badly on my, community or whatever, my religious beliefs.
The way I feel about that, if you got an issue with me being gay, I don't want to pay you. I don't
Right,
want to.
that part.
I don't want you to service me. I will find somebody who wants my green money and will take it and will treat me like a decent human being. But my thing is, when people, I have always said, I feel like people have the right to refuse service for whatever reason. But if you're going to do that, you need to put a sign up so that everybody that comes in your establishment knows, hey, I'm not going to do no gay people. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do black people. Like, let the public know what your feelings are, what your religious beliefs are, what your policy is, so that everybody that comes up in there will know, oh, okay, you're an asshole. I'm going to take my business somewhere else. I don't want to
Exactly.
Yeah, I just feel like there is a line though at some point, because then you just have like this whole thing where you're literally going to need a guidebook for where you can go, because different people will have their different.
There's enough queens out there that bake cakes that you can get you a.
No, I'm just saying it's not just that. Like there's a whole litany of things people.
Cream, didn't you and Shannon have to deal with that? I thought I remember you telling me you had an experience like that when you two were preparing for your wedding.
I feel like it was a caterer that didn't want to do it. She was real hesitant, and essentially she wasn't like direct, like I don't do gays, but she was. You got the picture. You know, she didn't want the business. She didn't want the business. So.
Right.
But, yeah, you mean if it's an owner of the business and that's how they feel, let them have it. If it's a worker and they don't represent the values of the owner, that's another story.
Right. I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with that. So,
Man, but I bet you check with that company. 5 years later, they're out of business. I bet you.
Yeah, it's not good for business. That's for sure.
Yeah, did y'all see that TikTok video of the Jaegers? It was like Nettie and somebody, Darwell Jaeger, were dancing on TikTok going, we don't serve. It's straight couples night at our restaurant. No gays, no LGBTs on the kids. No, we're not doing none of that. Blah, blah. And then they went from like, being very defiant about it to finally the woman posted like, I'm sorry if I offended any of my friends and blah, 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 to taking it down and going, we have the right to serve whoever we want to serve. And the thing about it looks like they are a broke down old country buffet kind of place. Like no gay wants to go there. Like no gay wants to go there.
Right.
Like, the food looks like the chicken does not have any melanin in it at all. Like girl,
it's unseasoned, unholy, and unsouthern.
All of that. So it's like, girl, nobody's coming. Y'all probably on the verge of bankruptcy as it is, girl. So I'm really curious.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah, that was like some people have done that in order just to get business or publicity, like want to be a martyr. Like they will say, the liberals are coming for me. So anyway,
you better get them liberal dollars because the gays love to spend some money now. Come on. You're a turn away business by having that kind of business model. But I am not here to tell you how to run your business. Run the business the way you want to. You won't get none of my money. That's all I got to say about
I know that's right. Shoot, you want to be broke? Be broke. Shit.
Facts. All right, let's see. Let's go through the comments. Ox says, welcome back, Cream. Yes, we are glad to have you back. Demon says at Sammy, he'll murder someone tonight. Oh my God. Demon, what has got into you? What is like you have just turned this corner where I think you are living up to your name, sir. It's like you are just turning dark on us. Dang. Sammy says they're off screen, all tied up with a ball gag in his mouth. Okay. Do I need to put all of y'all in timeout? Like, what is going on?
I have a little projection going on there.
I know. It's like, jeez. Ox says, "What the? We got Rick rolled." Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I couldn't let April 1st go by without something. So. Let's see. Demon says it's alarming to me that the whole incident needs to be recorded. For what purpose? The clicks or the moral quandary? Actually, I think this guy. I think he records a lot of his interactions. I think he's also recorded, like he says that sometimes men will set up appointments, but they are embarrassed to admit that like they want to come in and get waxed, so they'll set up female names, and he'll be like, I'm looking for Brooke. Yeah, that's me. It's like, okay.
That's hilarious.
I'm looking for Susan. That's me. It's like, okay. I mean, I don't know.
You got to be a strong bitch to get waxed, though. Just on the real, God bless you, bitches, with the cootie cats.
Good point. That is not something I've had on my punch card yet.
Yeah,
okay.
They're ripping the hair
from your hoo-has and other sensitive areas.
I have a friend of mine that's here, and he'd love to get his butt.
Right, I couldn't do it.
He wants to get his butt waxed. Okay.
I mean, if you do it that often, I would just go ahead and get electrolysis and just get that shit zapped off instead of get lasered all the time.
But some natural hair going. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. Mr. Taylor says if the technician is uncomfortable, they may affect his work. That is a good point.
Right.
Like, you want me nervous and doing that down there? Like, yeah.
Like, if he went through it, that's a very good point. That his daughter would probably be uncomfortable too, because she would be bank shot uncomfortable, that he's uncomfortable.
Right.
Like,
smell a coochie. He might just make his stomach hurt or something. You know?
No, he said he does women over 21. I don't think that was
the father is sus for pushing this after the staff guy said no. Well, I wonder what the mother has to say.
That is a good question. I would like her input on this as well. Yeah. Sammy says, or better yet, she thinks the Asian boy is cute and may want to reveal a little too much for him to see. Oh.
Wow.
I don't know about all that, but maybe this is a setup, because what the fuck is this persistence? Feels like this is meant to trap the staff guy in some weird, irrational, conservative take on LGBTQ people and underage folk. Now that's valid, you know. Could you imagine?
That's the case. It sounds like he knows him.
Right.
His wife goes there. So he said, hey, Pete, ain't you a homo too? What the fuck?
Right. True enough.
White pussy. It's just my daughter. Come on.
Hot, unseasoned, pale chicken. How dreadful. Yikes. And not a rundown country shack with their unseasoned cuisine turned into one or two gays who dare to walk up in there.
Okay. Right. And they probably had mullets.
Bitch, they were lost, bitch. They were just lost.
They was looking for brunch, bitch.
Right.
It was like, I want brunch.
Right. All righty. Well, let's go ahead and move on. So I know a lot of people have been missing this segment. I have been missing it too. I couldn't find any, but we are back with Are the Straights Okay? And I have a surprise for you all, because tonight is going to be a double feature. So I am making up for lost time. So
not a double feature.
A double feature, yes, because the straights are still not okay. So let's see. Based on what I see here, two of y'all are definitely gay. And after I play this clip, well, let me just play the clip and you'll understand why.
If a man always has to wear some type of hat, no matter where he goes, he's DL.
Y'all, I really wanted to talk about this because let's address the elephant in the room. Yes, there are DL men. Yes, there's been a lot of videos coming out, especially on Twitter, I've been seeing a lot of videos on Twitter of men getting exposed for their buns being spread by another man. And they got a wife and kids. Oh, but okay, that's besides the point. We understand that that's a thing. Here's where I come in. I don't understand why everything now is sassy and gay. You know what I mean? So what is the point of saying that? And like, let's really get deeper into this. Now imagine if a guy told you, you wear your wig every single day because you have no hair. You look like Little Bill with your hair and wig off. Without the wig, you don't look as good. I don't think we like stuff like that. This is why I say this. Women will dish things out they can never take back. Because when men tell us, wipe that makeup off, let's go swimming, we get mad. We get mad. We get mad. Okay? Why? But then we're going to make fun of men for wearing hats all the time. So what? The same way we don't want to do our hair and we want to just throw a wig in, bounce and go, or do them press-on nails, same way they probably don't want to do their hair. Why do we always got to overanalyze things? Oh shit, he blinked 3 times. He gay, he gay. Yeah.
I'm glad somebody finally said it. Shit, damn it.
Why'd you take it off, Greg?
Don't nobody want to be subjected to this.
I would totally wear hats if my head wasn't so big, but you know.
Goddamn, now look at it. Look at it. Like crazy grandpa. Look at me.
But she makes a good point. Like, why is everything is sassy now? Everything is gay. It's like y'all can't do shit. It's like you blink 3 times. Many blink times are gay. Like, come on now.
It is itching though, Cream. I gotta scratch it.
one part of it, I think, is that it kind of upsets men, and I think, like, you know, whenever a joke hits or, you know, accusation hits, you keep poking the bear until you can get a reaction.
No, but they mean this shit.
And I think it's just fun to see someone squirm.
That's why them bitches ain't got no man and they eating pussy. A woman can eat pussy without being gay all day long. You know,
that's true, though. Yeah,
so I needed to get off. I let her eat my pussy.
Right.
But you're not gay, okay? So, a man happened to walk by and hit a nigga's shoe. Excuse me, bro. Oh, you gay? You touching a nigga on his foot? I mean, really? Come on.
Right.
You know, she got ate out by the whole girls' basketball team. Later, bitch. Later.
Oh God, I think I saw actually a series of, like, is she gay or is she just playing basketball?
Oh my God!
But you do have to ask the question, right?
Yeah, because it's true though. A lot of college basketball players just look gay. I mean, you know.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You like, bitch, you know, you a center, bitch. You ain't got no business being goddamn female and 6'2".
So, I mean, one time in college, I was walking past this group of basketball players, these girls. I don't know what happened. We had like some words or something because they didn't want to take our LGBT protest flyer. We were protesting. And they were like, no, we good. I was like, y'all a bunch of lesbians anyway.
Damn.
Girl, they looked at me like, this little nigga, you know.
You know, I just never understood that. Like but you know, the lesbianist group in our LGBT flag, they don't like the gays. I now stand 10 toes down. They just do not. And I almost got to fighting with a bitch one night. I said, bitch, don't be mad at me because you want to be me.
I think they don't be liking us because a lot of times we don't be liking them.
No, I think it's mutual.
There's a lot of gays who just don't like the lesbian. They don't like the lesbian.
Yeah,
I think it's definitely mutual. Because they're trying to invite you nowhere, you know, nothing.
But can we admit though that the straights are sassy now? That they are sassier than they used to be. They're all up in the gay business. You see them on the internet, just all up in gay business, girl. Just talking about what the gays are doing. Girl, why you care so much about what the gays are doing? What the trans girls are doing, girl? Why you care so much?
Can you give us an example? Do you have an example?
Oh, just anything. Like, oh, this is a perfect example. So there's a video of this boy in some hot jean pants walking down the street of New York City, like some metropolitan city. And this man, I don't know what he's doing, but he's on the sideline, on a sidewalk with a microphone, preaching, selling bean pies. I don't know what he's doing, but the boy walks past him. The man goes, "What you doing? What you doing with them pants on like that? What you're not you're not a man. Man don't be doing it." I'm like, "Girl, why are you commenting on this man's hot pants? Why?
Right.
This little boy,
the city. What the fuck?
yeah, in the city. This is why there ain't no real kings left. Girl, you're sassy. You're sassy, girl. Why are you looking at her hot pants?
Right.
I mean, I'm sure the guy wearing the hot pants. I mean, mission accomplished. He got somebody's attention, so it's like, I mean, it worked. But it's like, yeah, I don't think they ever think about that. It's like,
you know what? Shout out to the girl. Shout out to the girl who said hats and sass. I'm gonna rock my Frederick Douglass fucking out here.
I've never heard of hats or sus, but
you know what I mean? Like, no, fuck that. I got good hair. I'm Afro-Cuban. I can rock it.
But that supports my, I always call it assuming these people are gay. So, girl, thank you. Okay, like, okay, girl. He has
it's not a badge of honor, bitch. You said I got taste, class. I'm educated.
Right. He's about the
right.
Sooner or later, the straight men ain't gonna be able to do nothing. They can't wear hats. They can't. It's gonna be like they're gonna say, "Have you got a certain type of shoe?"
They can't touch receipts. I still can't.
They can't touch receipts. They can't eat They can't eat certain foods. They can't do nothing.
You can't eat desserts. You can't eat nothing. It's like,
if you have banana, you going down the road. That's it.
And it's always, and the thing about it too, it's always women saying these things. I'm just like,
I always tell my straight male friends, I'm like, I feel so bad for y'all in this cage. No wonder y'all beat them bitches' asses because y'all just pent up. You get Ike Turner over there. You got y'all pent up. If you ain't watching sports, not yelling at this bitch, you a fag.
Okay. And as soon as you come out your mouth and knock upside her head, then she want to call abuse.
Right.
Right.
We knock a bitch out in the middle of the show. I mean, and it's crazy. Like, I think I read something somewhere. It's just like the ideal of manhood is just off, especially for black men. It's just we're not expected to cry. The man was at his mama funeral crying, and his wife was like, "What you crying for?" Bitch, my mom dead, and he smacked the shit out of her at the funeral.
I would have too. I don't blame him.
I would have dusted that bitch right there in the line.
I would have. Man.
But please continue to wear hats and be yourself.
Right.
Absolutely.
All that kind of shit.
I think it's just do what makes you happy. Don't worry
why is it okay for rappers to wear dresses?
So what now?
Why is it okay for rappers to wear dresses? Like Little Big, whatever them people.
It's okay. They be reading them hoes in the comments. They be reading them real hard for wearing dresses. They be saying the same thing. Why men don't want to be men no more? Why they trying to take everything?
Because this dress I got on is Givenchy. Get you some, right? This motherfucker out the box, off the motherfucking rack, bitch. What? I mean, I just don't think. And the older I get, the more I come to understand that things should not have gender assigned to them. If you want to wear a dress and let your balls blow, I wish I had enough balls to wear a dress because the shit look comfortable. Sometimes I just put on me a motherfucking sundress and some Jordans. I go to the grocery store, be naked under that motherfucker thick, you know what I'm saying? Dick hanging. You squeezing melons and shit. Like, what up, dude? What's up, Mike? You scratching your chest like this and shit. Your shit turn cloth and yellow, you know what I'm saying? You got matching joints on and matching chucks. I mean, listen, life would be good if I could just get up. You had to worry about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit. I keep me a hospital gown around this motherfucker for that.
If I actually looked good in a dress, I would have no problem wearing a dress. I would wear whatever.
You shapely, friend. You could do it.
Girl, I've tried it, girl. She Halloween comes around. Okay, this is my time. I'm gonna try. Girl, horrible. Nobody likes a hereditary woman, girl. Nobody likes that.
It's terrible. It looks fucking comfortable. And Roman men don't have, Scottish men don't have a problem wearing a kilt.
Nope. Kilts are comfortable too. They are.
And most Scottish men I know don't have drawers on under.
They really don't. I saw a video of this guy, and it's got like this really long one. It's like I guess it's a formal type of kilt, really long. And like he was putting it together, and while he was putting it together, people were like, I don't think he got any draws.
I can call my friend Killian right now. He probably got one on now with no draws. He said, Greg, the only time I wear a jock strap if I have on a leather one, and I don't want to shave my balls. I was like, go, friend.
Listen, I have a kilt. I love my kilts. So.
Yeah.
I'm coming to your house and borrow one, bitch. What color?
The only one you can borrow is the bear one. That's it.
Now you know Greg. You know Greg when he borrows stuff.
Wait.
Hold on,
Now,
you telling my business. I'm gonna come over there and collect
now,
bring the big Gucci bag too. I was like, you just moved to shit still new. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
What we get ready to say, thick.
Oh. And then, like, so are you trying to tell me that if Greg borrows something, I'm not gonna get it back? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I'm not saying that.
Just because I went to your house 3 times and borrowed stuff.
And the question is, did he get it back?
Because I went to his house 3 times and forgot to return stuff.
But forgot? We forgot? Okay. That's what we want to use. Okay.
I feel attacked. Can we move on to the
Let's go through the comments before we go to the second part of Artistry's okay.
Tiger King's husband.
Not the Tiger King, Lord.
Theo. Right, okay.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
Yes, and he gonna stop that shit too. I refuse to be Rick Roll. Damn it, Rick Roll again. Look at Greg's sexy head. Thank you, friend. I'm gonna rock this. I'm in my Frederick Douglass era. Right. Not Cream starting fights on campus. That's right, because Cream is an activist.
That's right, girl. Activist. Yeah.
You should name your nonprofit girl. with a U. With a U. SWaG, man. Prudence is really. So, SWaG, you have been gone. So, somebody has coined the term for SWaG. They call him Mr. Manners.
Oh, I love that name.
Well, today, I'm just Mr. Mayhem.
Cream, they have shown us their inner limped wrist, straight men wearing pearls, and I keep saying, they love it, bro. They love a good.
They love
a brooch.
They love their diamonds and pearls. Mm-hmm.
They are in their pearl eras. I'm just like,
and they love to be pegged, allegedly.
They do. They do.
Yeah, they do.
They love some plastic up their butt. I tell you. You know, most straight men may have plaits, locks, or some type of sew-in with his ass hanging out, or they're just long, very hair, grabbing doggy style. So, true story. I was was with this man, carnally. We was together. We was doing stuff, and I tried to grab his hair from the back, and come here, bitch. And I took a handful of braids, bitch.
Okay.
Oh my God, did I pull your hair from the scalp? Oh my God, I hurt you. He was like, no, they just my extensions, and that just ruined the whole thing. I was out.
So it would have been better if you had pulled it from the scalp.
Yeah, because now, like, bitch, you went around with weave in your hair.
Craig, I didn't know you were a sadist.
Oh yeah. Please don't. Like, bitch, don't be out here fooling bitches. If you wear a sew-in, a wig, if you got a partial plate, there's a bitch out there love their dick sucked from the side. Tell a bitch. Tell a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Fashion with a question mark. Yes, I love it. Homie overalls. Yeah, there you Homie,
the
Oh
homemade.
yeah,
Do the homemade.
the Boondocks. Yeah.
They got that fucking love, and they do.
Right.
That was pretty funny.
Oh, pretty soon it'll be sassy for straight men to have nipples. But has anybody ever wondered why God gave men nipples other than the
Since we
pleasure?
all started off as women. That's
Well,
basically-
you know, it's funny. It's funny you say that, Mr. Taylor, because I have noticed that there's been a lot of discussion about Omarion.
Yeah,
Like, and they
his
say he
food.
got a B cup now. I'm like, wow. Like,
I'll say that boy titties alone.
But yeah, it was like a whole book called that. Why do men have nipples? And it's because we start off as female before we delineate between.
So, do straight men like their nipples sucked during?
Yes, I've discovered that they
Answer that way too quick. Then. Yes.
It's like asking people, do you like, happy feelings, right?
Right.
Do you like feeling good? Like, yes.
There ain't no bitches I know running around sucking nipples. I don't know about that. I think that's just a joy they're missing out on. I don't know. Listen,
I'm sure some of them are missing out, but
yeah,
right.
Listen, they go crazy sometimes. I want a stiff breeze around my meat, and biscuits got to slam it. No, that's all. I'll go to bed. That's it. Greg, you two in the streets. You can't be cowbells. I know, bro. I felt so bad. And then when this motherfucker told me there was extensions, because I had stopped, I was looking for the braids and shit. I was like, he was like, no need. Keep going back there and do what you were doing. I was like, are you bleeding? He was like, no, they're extensions. I was so mad. I don't know why I just left. It was crazy. The straight married men I've been with love their nipples sucked on. They love the feeling like a woman. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun.
Like, what do you say after that? Now, right now it's back to our host.
Thank you. So let me go ahead. Yes.
No. I'm just saying, I was saying,
I thought I heard my name. So let me go ahead and add this one to the list. So things that straight men can't do, they can't wear a hat everywhere they go, because then they'll be sassy.
Now I'm going to tell y'all right now. I'm going to expand on this on Saturday. I'm going to call in our resident straight cis friend Portia, because I need to discuss. She go, what, Greg? What?
It's funny. All right, so let me go to part 2 of Are the Straights Okay? And this one really kind of pisses me off, because it's just like, y'all are so unbearable about silly stuff. So let me show y'all a picture. You tell me what this is, what you see. What is this?
It just gets us some type.
Yeah, a drawing of a pony.
Kids play.
Right.
My
Okay.
little-
Now, is this a boy's toy or a girl's toy?
I didn't know there was a sex to it.
She's giving girl. She's giving girl.
Yeah, it's just because of the purple, I guess.
And unicorns.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
It needs a little more red in it if it's for a boy, something like that.
Now that is very colonistic. It could be either or, but because of the color, parents would probably buy it for a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me play this clip, because apparently it is definitely a girl's toy, and his father did not like his son playing with it.
This is chat.
And they got girls' toys.
Man, that's a girl toy. What you doing with a girl toy, damn it? I don't give a damn what you had. You don't play with no girls' toys, boy. Didn't I tell you that? Come here. What I told you? Don't play with what? Leave that shit alone. Before I turn you to a pack, boy. What clip that was, gang?
Wow.
Ready?
Nah.
What is the pack? What's
It's the slang for killing somebody or beating them up.
Beating them up.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, that's bad.
you see the look of fear on that baby's face. I want to
Exactly.
him in his face. And why
That
does
definitely
this
is a point.
helmet on looking retarded? What is a helmet?
I don't know why he was wearing the helmet. I don't know why.
I'm
Way he was.
going to assume he was playing a game. I want to assume it was Call of
That
Duty.
nigga soft spot ain't feeling retarded fucker.
Right, something, because damn.
And clearly the little boy is already a homosexual. Right. I'm not being funny. He is. You can just tell when children are young.
Yeah.
That boy has an affinity.
He's a little sassy, yeah. That's
Yeah.
true.
And that's fine. You know, light skin ain't a little soft anyway. You know.
Wow, Greg.
You know the light skinned little kids think that, you know, oh no, not me. You know. First thing their mama tell them, don't you go out there in the sun and get black. I don't know why black mothers tell, don't go in the sun, you're gonna get black. Like, what is wrong with that? My mother used to take me out in the
What's
sun.
wrong with him? My thing is like this, and you know
Mm.
what I'm gonna say about this, because my thing is just like this. It is a toy.
Right.
A boy can use it just like a girl can use it. Kids are attracted to like colors. They are attracted to bright colors. I get that. Like somebody said, like, well, I think the Q's are in trouble because like aren't their colors purple? But anyway,
Right.
my thing is just like it's a pad. It's a drawing table.
Right.
Like there's nothing inherently about it that makes it a boy's toy or a girl's toy other than the color. My thing is like, are men not allowed to wear pink? Are men not allowed to wear purple? Are men not allowed to like unicorns? It's like,
have they not seen Steve Harvey niggas? I mean,
Well, on some level, all of it is arbitrary, right?
Right.
Like the color pink was originally a masculine color. High heels were for men who rode horses. It was a dress type of stirrup, right? So it was definitely all these things are just shit we made up. So it's not really about what it is. It is why is it so important that you not be female? Why is it so important that you not be identified as a gender other than what you are? That's really the issue.
And the thing that I keep going back to is, so y'all can bring a child up in a heteronormative home. They can see a mother and a father, and you can give them all the boy toys and take them to go see football games and all that stuff. But the one time they play with a girl's toy, well, that's it. They're going to want to be on RuPaul's Drag Race, and they want to put on makeup and high heels and nails. It's like,
say
what if that were true? What if that were true? Because, like I said, sometimes when you already have a biased way of looking at the world, that's the way it looks sometimes, especially when you see a little child may be attracted to something that's feminine because they are, a little, gender non-conforming. That's what they call it in literature, right? So, yeah, when they see a toy that's meant for a girl and they are attracted to it, there is a certain, point of view which will look like that toy turned my son gay.
A toy turning somebody gay.
It looks that way if that's what you're looking for.
I'm done.
Let me tell you something. Well, here's the thing about it.
It's stupid. It's stupid as fuck.
One toy that may be traditionally seen as a female. I wasn't interested in my sister's Easy Bake Oven. I just wanted that bitch to make me a cake. But I wasn't interested in any of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm the biggest homo on the planet. And I raised a nauseatingly straight little man. No, he is nauseatingly heterosexual.
I mean, that's the funny part about it. Yeah, like considering how fucking gay I am, I wasn't attracted to anything.
Right. I like sports. I like big trucks and all.
But they almost prefer gays like that who don't like feminine things. Like if you're gonna be gay, at least be the most masculine one you're gonna be. And the fact is that this boy probably has been caught playing with dolls. He's been caught in his mama clothes. That man was coming on. I done told you, right? We have had this conversation. So yes, that little My Little Pony etch a sketch was actually the 10th thing that kid has been caught looking at, admiring, touching, wanting to be close to, whatever. And this man is fighting a downhill.
I don't even think this baby. The mama done lied to him. That baby don't look nothing like him. But anyway,
I think that's another point though that you're making. I think it really is about him, right? Like
It
the
is.
fact that his son could be gay is upsetting to him. It's not really about him.
Sister or his brother was over there dry snitching. Yeah,
Right.
And the girl toys, I would have punched that bitch in her face. Pop.
Now the other point I want to make real quick is like, now I don't know this for a fact, but from what I saw, most of the children there were girls. So if you have like 6 girls and 1 boy, and all these girls are playing with stuff, it's like inevitably, he might end up playing with a girl's toy because he wants to play with his sisters, and it's like they're playing with dolls or something like that, and it's like, well, they're not going to play football, they're not going to play basketball, they're not going to play, this stuff. This is what they're playing, so I just want to play.
Right.
So it's like
when he changed his name,
if that is all that is available to him, what do you expect the child to do?
Right.
When that baby changed his name to Selena and do have for a living, he will be happy.
Okay.
And I will support you, my love. Do what you got to do. Your daddy is from playing a motherfucking helmet. Why the fuck he ain't at work? Ask that nigga that next time he asks you why you playing, be like, nigga, why you ain't playing that work with a paycheck, you big head fucker? Right. Come on. I mean, and we're so ingrained, even as adults, even as parents, I had to stop myself. You know what I mean? Like, I had to stop myself from doing it to my nieces and nephews and my kids. Like, it was a Raggedy, I'll never forget, it was a Raggedy Ann and Andy. And I think my nephew was like, he went and got Raggedy Ann. And, like, y'all should switch. And my wife was like, sit down. That bitch was like, sit down. I was like, I was embarrassed. I shriveled up and shit in the corner. You know what I'm saying? And I went and I sat the fuck down because inherently we don't think about it when you're in the moment because you're little boys wear blue, little girls wear pink. And we just got to the point where rappers like what's his name from Harlem wore pink was his color. And all that kind of stuff, but it is so ridiculous, and that is.
But some of that is coming from, I think, if I'm trying to look at the most optimistic side, maybe that's not the right word, but is people just trying to protect their kids from the outside world in the sense that people are not going to understand you doing this. You need to conform so that you don't get bullied, beat up, whatever the case may be. That kind of stuff. So some of it could be coming.
Well, bro, there's a whole nother way to handle that. There's a whole nother way.
Yeah, it just seems like you're trading one bully for another.
Yeah. So the thing is,
it's just like, I'm going to bully you so they don't bully you. Okay.
Yeah,
you have to teach the child to be. It is okay to be authentically and inherently yourself. If you teach your child to be strong in who they are. You ever seen that little kid that they got on flowers and all kinds of clothes and shit, and he may be a boy with eyelashes on, and that little boy don't give a fuck. He just marching through, playing with pots and pans and shit, and this nigga is on Pluto. You know what I mean? He is already has developed at a very young age a sense of self, and I think, especially at people of color, we have to start getting into that and teaching our youngins and ourselves sometimes. I think that's the problem in the community. That's the whole problem with mass for mass. And, I don't want no feminine bitches, but you're sucking dick, but you don't want nobody feminine in your bitch.
Right.
No, but that's where it comes from. It comes from you have to have a partner that can pass, or society gonna point at you. Newsflash, they know y'all punks. You up there looking at the bread. Hey, babe, you like this right here, right? I do it. Nobody care. Cream.
It's funny.
It's different. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
It's funny. Like I remember thinking about another interpretation that people had about people who moved to Atlanta.
True.
Become a rainbow bomb. They literally just say like, there's a rainbow in their stomach. You move to Atlanta and it explodes. Because they were all masculine when they were down in Podunk, It means Atlanta. It's like,
Lord.
And so some people blame Atlanta for turning you into that, sissy, right? But the truth is, you always were. You were just, it's a matter of perspective, and I get it why you would think that, because that's what it looks like. If you
when they got the Greyhound, they was gay,
right?
Yeah, I'm just saying, coming from that perspective, they're like, you were fine until you moved to Atlanta, and then you just became a faggot,
Funny story. I went to school in Atlanta, so I moved right after high school and stuff. And my parents, we were driving around and stuff like that. They drove me through Midtown. I was like, I ain't never seen two men walking down the street holding hands before. I was like,
SWaG was like, "Oh, I found my people.
I
found my people."
That's so unfortunate because New York, LA, and Chicago is just as gay on that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Or they definitely have their neighborhoods.
I have to admit, though, when you see those memes, Atlanta's not a real place. I get it. Like, I totally get it. Every day you see something like, this doesn't go. This shouldn't go here.
I mean, the same thing with New York. I mean, people, you see
the weird here is a different kind of weird.
It's different because of where it's located, right? Like,
yeah,
you're surrounded by Trump country. You're surrounded in every direction by like the most conservative, most repressed people, and I think that dichotomy is where you get it.
For instance, y'all, I saw the biggest transgender woman I've ever seen in my life. I mean, like, she was massive, and she had a Trump shirt on. Well, what was a Trump shirt? Let me in her defense. But on the back, it had expletives about what Trump was.
Right.
So close that Trump had his neck and all stuff. And so she was holding court what looked like her childhood redneck friends, a big white woman. And I said, "How you doing?" And I was on my walk. She said, "How you doing, darling? You doing good today? You just doing so good." I was like, "Girl, woman, person." And but then I think about, because people come here and they relax. They see, our mayor throws a gay ball every year around Black Gay Pride, and here Black Gay Pride is bigger than the quote unquote regular Pride. Black Gay Pride here is ginormous. You know what I mean? And they be out here shinga fucking linging. I mean, and half of them stay. They only make it a month because I don't know. I guess their little money run out. Then they go back to Tupelo, Mississippi, and it's just what I've never. Malcolm is right. I've lived all over, and I've never seen such a concentrate in a different kind of gayness. It's that I'm conservative, but I'm a homosexual.
Yeah,
I want to be Nurse Ratched, but you're gonna treat me.
It's the biggest, most obvious, proof that being gay is not a choice. Because if you were a conservative Trumpster kind of leaning person, you would not choose to be gay at any point in your life.
And to the Malcolm, my cousin called me a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
she tells me, she says, "My husband coming to Atlanta." I was like, "Oh, I mean, we can have lunch." She was like, "No, I'm concerned." Bitch, I was like,
that's pretty good.
Because your husband is traveling to Atlanta. We have
headquarters. Like, he might have a gay bomb in his stomach.
Just go poof. I got business in Atlanta. Wink, wink.
He was like, "Now, Greg, I know you gay, Greg, but you're a different kind of gay. But tell me if you think, that's about different kind of gay. But she said, tell me if you think Beat husband is homosexual." I'm like, "Bye. I don't know if your man is gay. Your man sleep with you. Y'all got 5 kids, so he must have came in you at least 5 times. So if he's gay now, he was straight at least 5 times." Let's go with that.
Oh,
Don't you know the one drop rule? Like one taste of dick and he's gay forever.
Yes.
right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how many times he was straight.
Right. That's it. The penis is right here.
That's it.
I'm gay now. I'm sorry.
Oh,
You might as well fuck it.
You might as well.
I mean, right. Was there.
And you know, Jeffrey gets me every time on the questionnaires they have that, oh no, I'm not gay. I'm just a man that has sex with men. That confuses me even after 51 years.
Right. And there's a lot of psychiatrists that because there's one on TikTok that always says that. It's like, just because you like to sleep with men does not make you gay.
It's true.
Yeah, it is true though, unfortunately, because it is a concept of yourself. When you say you're gay, you can be having sex with men all day long and not have the concept that I'm gay. You know, it is real. I remember when I was reading that book about DL men in the church and stuff like that. If you have been, you know, conditioned to believe that gay way, you know, yeah, you can fool yourself into believing you're straight.
Yeah. You know, and the thing is, though, you're right. Demons exist as the father would rather his son be a felon than play with a lilac colored drawing pad.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I would say in the black community, you could be a rapist, you could be a pedophile, you could be anything that is negative. A rapist, a murderer, a gang member.
You
Just
can be
don't be
R.
gay.
Kelly. Niggas
Just
was
don't be
on
gay.
board. Niggas was on board with R. Kelly until
Mm-hmm.
they found out he sucked somebody's dick.
What?
Then it was
I
wrong.
don't believe it until I see the video.
Right.
No,
Crazy.
there are men bringing him up on sexual allegations as well.
Mm-hmm.
Classic example that some dudes never have children. This is what passes for parenting in his world. Yes.
Yeah. True.
I think it's traumatizing your kids on the internet. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Like, I love, you know, my mother to death or whatever, but my love is not unconditional. Okay, like, there is some degree of like insidiousness where I would cut her off, and so like this kind of like looking back, you traumatized me on the internet for the world to see, and some of the stuff I see people doing, and they expect their kids to come back and love on them and support them. Girl,
Exactly.
No.
I always comment on those videos. I'm like, and some of y'all wonder why y'all kids won't have nothing to do with you when they become adults.
Right.
This is the reason
That
why.
baby was clearly traumatized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was scared. Yeah, they probably was scared he was getting ready to get hit.
Yeah.
Over a
necessarily
purple
too.
pad.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some times when you want to traumatize your kids, like if yeah, exactly, like crossing the street or whatever. Like,
open the door for strangers. I'm like, beat your ass to death.
Never touch your front door.
You know, when I say red light, you stop the boat.
You just made me think of something. I saw this TikTok, and I know we probably have all heard this. Whenever we have been given a key to our home when we were little, and we lost that key, and your mama say, "Now everybody got a key to my damn house." The video of this guy walking down the street, and he picked up a key. He said, "I know exactly whose house this belongs to."
That is very true, though. That's very true. Because as a parent, it is our job to try and traumatize a nigga so he won't do it again.
Right.
It's just like don't go with fucking strangers. That is a traumatizing exercise. Bitch, my fat ass son, you had some bubble gum. That nigga's in the car with you. He was like Christian, please don't.
He's got books and pizza, though. I mean, like,
girl, don't have a Game Boy in the front seat. He's gone forever. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I was a little thirsty when I was. That's what got me. My mom was like, "These people pick you up and kill you," and I was like, "Oh, okay, all right."
Right.
That's what did it. Because if he would have been cute enough, I'd been like, well, you know.
Cream.
I have been praying for a boyfriend, but no, my mom said you might kill me. Let me go. Let me say,
right. And I didn't do it because I didn't know how my mother did it. My mother did it. My mother said, Now, they go, if you go there and you take candy from a stranger, they're going to poison you. You're going to pass out. You're never going to wake up and see your parents. It was a whole thing. And he was sitting there, eyes full of water. And so he came to the living room. He was like, Granny told me I don't take no stuff and stuff from. I said, yep. And what else did she tell you? Yeah, she said a lot of things. I was like, way to go, Alice. Look at you, girl. Look at you.
Hey, friends, I gotta go. It was so great to see y'all.
Friend, it was good to see you. I'll lengthen your clip for Saturday to try to peek in on Saturday. Lots of green digglers saying girl, girl, girl,
Oh
girl.
God, I might have to get in on that.
We're trying to see how long.
Bye, Fred.
All right.
All right. Let's finish up with these comments. Sammy, it's like trauma. It's trauma like that. Send the boy on a journey to wondering why. Right.
And that's what, and they don't understand the trauma. Now he wants to know why. What is the big whoop about girls' toys? That's gonna make him even more curious.
Yeah.
With the helmet, I thought he was.
I'm not sure what the helmet was for, but he doesn't normally wear that. But for whatever reason, he's wearing it on that show.
Sandy, please step away from the screen, please. Mr. Taylor, that's triggering. When I was his age, I kept some loose change in a little container, and a friend of mine, older sister, called me a sissy. It made me feel bad, but my sister took up for me. Your sister is a thug. She beat up the whole neighborhood. Your sister is a thug, for sure.
Love that. Love that she's
He has a
for you.
So in case you don't know, the irony of this story from Mr. Taylor is he has a twin sister. They're the same age, but she's the boy. She fights.
That's funny.
She fights. I love it. Ain't nothing wrong with having a change purse, Mr. Taylor.
Not at all.
That is so weird. Yeah. Someone even the things that we care about. I mean,
right? And
really,
it's America, because motherfuckers in Europe, they're free to be. You've seen them Gordon Codrea shirts from Europe and stuff.
Yeah. I think different cultures definitely have different, norms. So.
Fast forward to today. My sister's friend is a well-known celebrity preacher. He's no longer homophobic. I wonder, did you touch and agree with him, Fred?
But no.
You want to read this thing?
Sure.
Yeah. At one point, as a kid, I was the only boy on the block. The girls, extra person to play double dutch, so they recruited me. From that, I went on to join a competitive double dutch team. Okay.
I bet you them cakes was bouncing on it like two baskets.
See,
now that was one I didn't get. Like, is double dutch considered feminine? Because I don't think it always is. Right?
It is.
Some people would consider it that way, but I've seen plenty of guys.
I've seen plenty of guys.
I've seen big guys.
Down south. Now guys up north.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's different up north.
Because they ain't got nothing better to do but play stickball.
Yeah.
Right.
For the guy in particular that cares more about how his boy's playing with girl toys, reflects on him as a black man and parent. You can tell by his reaction that it isn't about protecting the kid. Right, because he didn't probably been in jail and have his booty hole impacted. We know. We see you, girl.
Yeah, I mean that's another one that's hilarious to me is that, some of these, I've seen some videos on TikTok and YouTube or Instagram, former inmates talking about people they've raped and they don't see it as gay at all. They saw it as dominating people. It's like, yeah, I always had the new guy. I even got one of the prison guards. I was like, God damn.
He started playing with the nipples, mouth. He's like,
he was like laughing about it. I was just like, this.
Right, I know. Like, I had a cousin. He's dead now. He spent most of his life in jail. That nigga was like, "Yeah, I fucked everybody."
Okay, well,
and sees nothing gay about it. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay.
Died in jail. Died fucking niggas that would call him gay. Be like, "No, I just fuck niggas. I'm bored." The gays gag kid SWaG. He thought he was
I was gooped and gagged. Yes.
Wow.
thought he was watching a crime in progress.
I definitely felt like I was seeing something I was not supposed to see. So yeah, I guess you could say.
Don't worry,
it's
SWaG.
crime in progress.
Sammy says, "Don't worry, SWaG. I felt the same way when I went to San Francisco in my 20s, walking through the Castro district, jaw just dragging on the ground." Now that is one place that kind of gagged me when I went to the Castro district for the first time, because gay is like Tuesday, and nothing is. And I was in my 20s, so it was the 90s, and nothing was shocking, and nothing, motherfuckers walking around in harnesses and skirts, you know what I mean? And it's Martha Wash playing through the streets, and it's just, I think it was a rite of passage for me to say to myself, don't nobody care that you're a homo. Don't nobody care.
Right.
Be a good
Yeah.
good person. Hello, trapped in the closet, told us everything. Closet, he's back in the closet. Right. And Mr. Taylor, does he do the bending now?
I don't know.
Bending, right.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add to the list play with purple iPads, because that's a girl toy.
Right.
You know what's so funny? My iPad is purple.
See? Oh,
Totally right. He's right about it. I'm very proud.
Malcolm, is you doing the bending?
Okay,
Actually,
so there you go. So as you see, this continues to grow.
So you know what else is funny? So in the same conversation with my cousin, she says, "But it's okay because I think my husband is too big to be gay." I was like, "That is
Okay,
not
girl.
Keep
thinking that, girl.
I was like, "No, I'm not trying to traumatize you, but."
Is she only new?
If you keep on thinking that, you want to. But you know what?
He is a cutie pie. He is.
Child,
And
this
very,
is
very
on
nice.
TikTok now, talking about I'm a 6'4", 300-pound bottom, talking about he done broken like 3 beds, 2 couches and stuff.
Right.
So yeah, it's like
this is a fact. That has happened.
You gotta do is call Malcolm on Thursday. He'll tell you.
It's true though. I've got photographic proof.
Just gotta do it.
I remember breaking someone's bed, coming back and breaking it again, and I was like, I broke your bed the first time.
I'm just saying. Like,
it's not you thought
look at Thing's face. Thing's like, yo.
Yeah. but you know what? The way this world is going, though, I do kind of fear for my. Well, not fear, because he's a very competent guy already. But my nephew, because it's funny how he has not told me that he is gay out loud. He's 21 now, but he has not told me that he is gay. But I was at my sister's house, and I went upstairs, and I saw him in there watching Drag Race, and he turned it off, and I was just like, "You could have kept watching that. I don't care." I might want to watch too.
Does he not know that you are gay?
I don't know if he does or not. If he doesn't know, he's deaf, blind, and crazy. But
you're definitely on the more masculine spectrum.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's probably something I just don't want to talk about. But yeah, I think it's good, just maybe one day to make it clear to him that, like, if you ever wanted to talk about it. Now about even the way I heard someone put it was like, you don't necessarily want to make an accusation towards them. It was like, but
right.
You say, like, if you or any of your friends had any questions about sexuality or whatever, I'm a resource, whatever.
Right.
Like that.
Yeah.
Right.
That, you can talk to
them. You could go to cream route, be like, girl. But it's just.
But sometimes like saying it directly to someone makes someone want to go further in the class.
Right.
Exactly.
That's why I'm not trying to do that. I'm like, Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do because I know how it was for me, and it's like, nah, I don't want to do that.
You should have said, "I don't want Anya to go home." That's what you should.
We must protect her at all costs.
But then my sister was like, your nephew got a nose ring like you. I was like, he does, and that's all. I was just like, okay. And then when I saw I found a fan in his room that had Slay on it. I was like, this is interesting. But okay, I was like, oh, okay.
There, all the signs are there.
That's right.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds, y'all.
Okay.
Okay, 2 seconds, and then we got to move on. So.
Okay.
Just go on and have a talk with that baby. You could change it. I'm saying for real. No, for real.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know you never came over and gave me a tutorial for my PlayStation, but you can talk. Moving on.
Yeah.
Okay. This Friday, we gonna get it.
I'll be over here watching Drag Race, so you must come from over
here. Yeah, he's definitely.
I'll come over and watch some Drag Race.
Okay,
it's fine.
I want no other.
All right. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so John is not here tonight, so we're gonna hold his segment to next week. But we will go ahead and move on to Gadget and Doodad Tuesdays.
Yay.
And everybody, we all know about what's going on with Tesla and stuff like that, and there's this big movement about people giving up their Teslas because they don't want to own a car who is the CEO is a supporter of the schmatzis. But there is a Tesla killer that might be on the rise here, and their cars look really interesting. So let me go ahead and play this clip.
Okay, how is this even possible? This is a new off-road SUV from BYD that costs less than $20,000. Like, this would be a nice interior on a $40,000 car, much less a $20,000 car. This thing has a digital gauge cluster, which something like the Model 3 doesn't have at all. And this thing is as big as a Model Y, and it's pretty decent looking. That's just a good-looking SUV right there. And it has a fridge built in. I had to look this up, but yes, it has a fridge. It's a small fridge. It can only hold 4 cans, but it has a fridge in a car that costs less than 30 grand for the most spec'd out version. Okay, I thought the nicest version was the fridge version, but that one's $24,000. The nicest version is the drone version, which has a docking station for a drone on the roof, and that one costs $28,000. You can see the drone in this marketing image right here, and that's the docking station on top. When this is a $28,000 car, what are we doing in the United States? Also, as far as I can tell, every single version comes with this little cargo box on the back for extra storage space, which is just cool. It's honestly painful that we can't get cars like this in the United States. That is a decent looking off-road compact SUV for $20,000.
Yeah, we were just talking about that Monday that BYD just outsold Tesla for the first time. They don't even sell cars in the U.S., but they are the leading EV seller worldwide now.
We just talked about that on Monday, didn't
we? Yeah, and you can see why. Like, they're fucking amazing cars. They're selling in Asia and Europe. Yeah.
But what's so interesting about BYD is that they might have borrowed some of Tesla's technology, because there is a plant over in China that does that builds Tesla cars. And so the theory is that, they just kind of peeked in and see what was going on and be like, oh, okay, that's how y'all do it. Okay, bet we're gonna do that over here. So
it's probably like this. It's probably more like this, like, hello, honey.
Stop it.
You with her, honey.
Right.
It's true that Tesla has a patent on the batteries that most EVs use. So regardless, they kind of make a profit off of most of those cars. But I mean, it's still better design. Clearly, I mean,
I would drive that. That is sweet.
Yeah, I grabbed some pictures from that website, but yeah, it's like
I'm impressed by the idea of a fridge in the car. Like, why?
Right? Exactly. And and I actually have a drone, so the fact that this one has a docking station for a drone, I'm like, I mean, not that I would ever do that, but that's kind of cool. It's like, geez, you just drive around and just
SWaG's next show is going to be remote from China as he's buying his people.
No, it actually kind of makes sense. I mean, the concept of like being able to check traffic for yourself. Like, let's say you're in one of those really traffic heavy areas or whatever. You just want to see like where does this clear up? Like where
they get in their car. That's what I want.
Yeah, but like, I mean, that interior is nice. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. It's like that's
the full screen. What the fuck are we doing in America?
not this.
Not this.
Not this.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
And like I said, there's this the one with like, and you can see the little drone flying above. It's like, okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. And like it's hard. It's amazing. Like their spec'd out version, their top of the line is less than $30,000. Like now, of course, you know, all people are saying like, well, if they ever sell it here with tariffs, I'm sure it'll be more expensive than that. But still,
I don't
that's
think
a lot better price than a Tesla. Everyone
I don't think those tariffs are going to come to be.
Oh no, they are. They're going to affect. It's rough, but the thing is, though, one of the reasons why, you know, even before the tariffs, you know, just the cost of importing cars increases the cost significantly. So, like, it's not, you know, and then we already did have tariffs on cars before that. It should be noted, like, it wasn't as high as they're going to be, but they're actually just increasing them.
Right.
Yeah, and I forget, like I try not to follow that shit, and I think about it because you really don't know. You don't know. It's a lot of but yeah, people will import those cars though. And I was thinking about there's other tech as well. Some of these foldable phones from overseas, especially Chinese companies, where they have phones that are full size tablets that fold like 3 ways.
Yep.
Exactly.
Like, oh, that shit's kind of nice. I don't know.
It is. It is.
And I think I saw one was like a laptop where it folds back to top, and so like it's like almost it doesn't even, I don't know. It's like a tent with a keyboard. You know how you have those foldable laptops or tablets. So it's a tent with a keyboard, but you could also lift the screen up to have like a super tall screen for some reason. I don't know why you'd want that, but
I say it again. This season of America sucks.
Yeah.
It does. It does indeed. All right, let's get to these comments.
Volunteers tribute to take the tall bottom. Get your ass over here.
Sammy. Malcolm, he thought he was gonna break your back, but you broke his back.
Yeah. Meow, 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 meow.
Out here breaking beds, Malcolm.
Take a good time if a bed hasn't been broken. Shown that no frame should be unable to withstand peak.
Look, I need me a metal frame.
That carnal. We are pretty rough with it. Demons exist. There was a store on CNBC, excuse me, that alluded to China may have perfected their own EV after allowing Tesla to operate in their country. They stole it. They stole it. Curious to know what the crash stats are on these Chinese brands. We can look it up. Get our crack research team back there to find out. Speed Racer, the Mark V had a drone.
It sure did. It sure did.
That's funny.
Back
so
we're
now entering our Speed Racer age.
Back in the day, they had a Speed Racer. They called it a drone.
Remember, he had the buttons on his steering wheel. He could make it jump. He could make it. He could make the tires become impermeable because they would put like this coating on it, like a steel track or something, to give it like traction or protect it from nails and stuff. You know,
No, I was too busy playing hide and go get it.
I was just seeing that. I was just seeing that the other day, which was like tires that don't use air, and I was like, why do they use air? Why do we have flat tires at all? Why can't they just be rubber? Like, that's a good question.
That is true. Why?
Why the fuck did they go flat?
Light
Why do we
bulb.
have to do
I'm like, why that we should invent that? We're gonna be rich.
I mean, I think
The
they're working
tires
on it.
don't go
I
flat.
think there are some tires that do not use air anymore. I know they
Yeah.
do with bikes. They have tubeless bikes.
No, that's what I was saying. I was just seeing
tires.
that, report
Why would
maybe
you do
less than a
that?
month ago. But it did
Right.
like click for me. I was like, I know there must be a reason, obviously, but I'm just saying it's interesting. I never even questioned it.
Right.
But wouldn't
Airless
it
tires.
go just the same? But maybe the inertia, the air makes it light enough. Maybe it would be too hard to.
That's a good question, though.
Maybe we'll have to ask a car designer to appear and answer that burning question. But
No, I guess
okay.
This guy, go ahead.
All right, well, it's almost time to go. But before we go, we have to find out what T'Challa is watching.
Yes, I've been dying for this segment all day. Somebody has poked the bear on my baby. He's been upset all day. He's been rolling his eyes, Malcolm. He's been upset. He's turned his back to the camera. He wouldn't even be responsive when I asked him, anybody seen the baby? He did not respond.
Well, this isn't the segment he's upset about. So this is you're not gonna see it here. So
damn it.
But anyway, let's go ahead and see what T'Challa is watching.
Repeat that. You see, I had a feeling you will make a big deal of this. Say it. I'm getting it done. What? Why? Well, you don't lie. I don't lie. Well, I'm lying in bed, so technically I'm lying in bed. You lying like shit. Okay, look, I'm getting a dog for multiple reasons. One, for protection. Two, dogs are cute. Lies. But you have cats. Well, adding a dog to the family will only diversify the loving. We don't care. You see, one black. Say black again. Say black again. Well, say it. I won't do it. Yeah, you better not. This is a cat house. True, but one dog is a cat house. Just gang up on me. Gang. I didn't know it was like that. You know now. We don't play. Must you ride?
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I could teach you, but I have to charge. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I could teach you, but I have to charge. You want it, the thing that makes me.
But now I'm trophied up, I'm saying like, bing, bop, boom, 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 bop.
Back like fuck. Mustard on a beat, bro, deep boat, any rap, he a freak though, man down, call an ambulance, tell him breathe, now them boys to the cross, they walk around like T's, what's up with these Draconio, trying to see Compton, in the street can hate me, pump them all in they mama, how many options you really got, I mean it's too many options, finna crash on his body, I'm John Stockton.
I was cooking and I burned the bacon.
Okay.
Now the cats are getting into that.
No, it's so funny. If you had not shown that to me last week, I wouldn't have understood why they kept doing that.
Right.
And now I see it everywhere. It's like everyone's version of
Everybody is
Everybody's
doing those
doing
videos now. Right. So,
the cat version, though. Oh my god. This
yes,
is
exactly. I'm sure there's a dog version out there too, but
Mhm.
yeah.
No, it's coming. It's coming.
It is coming. It's very much so. But. All right, folks. Well, that is all that I have tonight. I hope you all enjoyed yourself, had a great time. If you enjoyed tonight's show, come back tomorrow and watch Malcolm do his thing at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As Cream said, there will not be a Diggler Digest this Thursday. Maybe we'll do a rebroadcast or something like that, but you would normally be able to catch him on Thursdays at 7. Definitely check out Gregory and I on the Saturday Sit Down, Saturdays at noon. Devon and the Blur Council will be around Sunday at 5. And don't forget the Midday Monday show with Greg and Malcolm at noon on Mondays. Check John out in those Instagram streets at the Double J Chronicles. Patreon members, do not go anywhere or head over to the Patreon link because we are getting ready to do an after show. And if you're not a subscriber, consider being so. Go to patreon.com/MailMediaMind. And I will see you right back here on Tuesday on the next SWaG Suite at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And with that being said, thank you all so much, and be good to everybody. And we are going to roll, as Greg says, that beautiful beam footage. Here we.
What's it on the beat, ho?
Here we go. Here we go. Well, folks, that's all me and T'Challa have for you tonight. We hope you have a great time. T'Challa says hello, even though he don't look like it. And before I go, I got one more thing I want to say.